Good morning. It's another beautiful Monday, another week, another beginning, another opportunity to reinvent yourself and set new goals. So, as we are approaching kind of the end of the love month, I will continue with the love series. Last week, we discussed how to handle conflict with love. And today, we're going to remind ourselves that love starts through us. Love starts through you. So let's talk a little bit, a few tips on self love. A lot of times that is seen in our culture, in our Western culture, as being selfish, right? And they're not the same. There are two relationships that are crucial for your existence. Is your relationship with yourself and your relationship with your creator. Okay, so that spiritual connection to everything that's around us. Everything else is circumstantial. If you think about it, your parents are circumstantial. Your spouses, your life companions are circumstantial, and a lot of time they're fleeing. So you know that you all have seen multiple marriages, and even if you are fortunate enough to have one partner, that is circumstantial because one of the two is going to leave this world earlier than the other. Your children, they're not yours to keep. They come into this world through you, but they bring their own purpose, their own lives, their own desires, and they, like any other offspring in the planet, will flee. They will go into their journey, even if every now and then they will come back to the nest. Okay. So the most important person in your life is actually you, and you should honor that. Honor that with love, um, honor that with respect. Okay. What do I mean with those things? So people think of self-love like going and buying things for yourself or, pampering yourself. And that is definitely part of the equation. You want to make sure that your needs as a human being are met, that you take care of your body, your mind, your spirit, prayer, meditation, massage if you're into that, or grooming, your clothes. So that's definitely part. When I talk about self-respect, I'm also discussing that your space is sacred, and that it should be an honor for whoever is in your space to be there. And so that's part of honoring you in this existence that you have been given as a gift from the creator. But that's also self-respect. So abusive relationships of any kind and form, they should not be part of your space. That is not self-love and does not self-respect. Anybody that humiliates you, anybody, and it doesn't really matter who that person is, it needs to be out of your personal space. That is not honoring you, and it's not bringing anything positive to your energy field. So, and that doesn't mean to hate them, that doesn't mean to reject them. That means that you can love them from afar. Again, it doesn't really matter who they are. It could be a close family member that's very, very toxic. Then you need to love them from afar because you need to love yourself first. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, because if you don't love yourself first, then that is exactly what you're transmitting to the world, and then that's what you're going to receive. Meaning, if you don't respect yourself, honor yourself, and love yourself, then nobody else will, essentially. And not only that, let's look at it from the altruistic standpoint. If there's nothing in here, because there's no self-love, there's no love to give out. In psychology, hurt children hurt. All right. So that inner child, if it's hurt from childhood and you don't have the capacity to deal with that and heal it and love you inside and heal you, then that's exactly what you're going to put out into the world: pain, suffering, and hurt. Adult children that hurt, is because they were hurt. They're bringing hurt and lack of self-love from a very early childhood. So I want to encourage all of you to do some introspection. There might be some activities that are self-destructive that we need to get rid of. Maybe some not so nice people in our environment that we need to send them with love away from us. And, remember, everything starts with love, even a baby. If there's no love in here, then a baby is the physical representation of love. So love you, and then the baby will come as well. Alrighty. Okay, I hear a question here. I am in the 2-week wait after my transfer and haven't been able to speak to my mother. She gives me anxiety. Yes, that is very, very common, Brooke. And don't feel guilty to isolate yourself from that type of people that give you anxiety. That is not loving them, okay? That is loving you first. That's all it is. Again, it's okay to love your mom, your sister, your dad, but whoever, it doesn't matter, whoever is in your personal space should be a factor of positive, right? It should add into your life, not subtract. So a lot of people that are in the fertility journey, okay, they get indirect abuse. Why? Because nobody understands what you're going through. And they can't sympathize. Not only they can't sympathize, a lot of times they end up saying the wrong thing. They end up saying something that will hurt you even more and will make you even more vulnerable to your own inner emotions. So it's okay to, in this process, make it yours. It's yours. Honor you, okay? Because nobody pays your bills, right? They're not paying your bills. They're not feeding your life and doing your thing, right? It's you going through this journey. So fill that space with people that will encourage you and be positive about it. That's why, support groups are a great thing to some degree. I know that some support groups get really negative, but there's others that are full of women and men that are going through this process and that can understand how you're feeling. If you have a spouse that's going through this, then it's a team of two. If you don't, then look for support, whether it's professional, like I said, support group, somebody that's going to add to your journey, not make you feel like you're doing something wrong, because you're not. The worst dream is the one that's not followed. The worst question is the one that's not asked. So you only have one life to live. So follow your dreams, because they've done studies about people in their deathbed, and the one thing they all have in common is regret from not having had that trip, regret from not having reached out to that family member maybe they were pissed off for 20 years, regret of the things that they wanted to do all of their life and they never had the guts to follow. So Brooke, you're doing great. Don't feel guilty for not talking to your mom for 2 weeks. It's okay. You can call her afterwards and just chit chat. So if that makes you feel better. Okay? So again, always with love, many blessings to all of you, and have a great week.